Hey internet, how's it going? Welcome to the John Graves Show, and I have some news for everybody. Let's get this going, alright? Well, now let's start this junk off strong today, talking about the biggest game to come out in April, Mortal Kombat 10. And honestly, really looking at half the stuff that is going on with that, let me go ahead and cut to the chase. They are bringing a lot of stuff to this game, which is actually pretty interesting, going on from adding in like a custom combat mode, which is actually, it seems to be a improved version of what was in Mortal Kombat 9, in terms of like when you did like the random effects battle of saying like you're gonna be headless or there's gonna be gravity and stuff like that. It appears that this time you will actually have the option to go ahead and choose like which ones, or at least like which perks you want to be in the level, or at least like the things that are going to affect you and your friends. Which, if anything, I will say that a lot of people will probably be going for like the instant meter, and possibly like extra juggles or something like that. So really, it would be wise to keep an eye on your friends for that. Also, jumping into this, there's also the whole thing of like Mortal Kombat 10 will be punishing people for rage quitting, and also going out there and like whenever you die, there will be like a little message over like your character called like quit alley and stuff like that. I'm looking at this in two different ways. It's good because it actually because knowing like the people at NetherRealm and how long that they've been out there, there will be an actual meter at the bottom of your stat log whenever you play with other people, and it will probably tell people how many times you've actually quitted out of matches and stuff like that, and it probably may get you booted down to actually have like a harder time to go ahead and find people to play, or pretty much you may find like lower level people to play, and it's sort of like a crazy stat based thing. On the negative side of that, some people, they don't really have good connections, so really this probably could lead to a lot of people legitimately actually just getting these stats and stuff because they go ahead and like somebody, they didn't pay the phone bill, or turns into a thing of like I have a really terrible connection, and then you're getting all these losses, and then it's like most of that stuff probably would feel cheated, and like you really didn't deserve it. So that is something to keep in mind though. And also in bigger news, news about all of the packs have come out, and honestly, they do have all of the they do talk about all of the characters, and they have pretty much released the entire roster, with it filling up with the Predator, the Jungle Hunter from the very first Predator movie, along with Tanya, who looks vastly different from how she looks now, and also Tremor, a character who pretty much, it took me a while to fucking remember, because I was like, wait a second, that's that's Tremor from the Special Forces game? Like, oh, well, he looks different, because I didn't play Mortal Kombat 9. Well, actually, I do have that, but I didn't play it all that much. But honestly, really talking about this, it also confirms that Liu Kang and Jax are also going to be in Mortal Kombat. However, going from like the cell phone game though, it appears as though that Jax Jax is going to be like a possessed version, because honestly, I do get the feeling though is that like from like the main console and the mobile version, it's gonna be some vastly different things going on in between these games. Or at least like it's gonna like tell different parts of like a different story of saying like this person is like possessed or this person isn't, which is a very interesting thing. Before I get off this topic though, I do want to say one thing, is that I really have no problem with how any of the female characters look in this game by face. I'm sorry if I'm throwing this in the video, and I know that honestly that like NetherRealm does not have any skill when it comes to modeling young faces, but honestly, really, I'm not buying the fucking game because of like the because of the female faces. Honestly, most of the women in Mortal Kombat anyway, they have their faces covered up by something anyway. So really, It's like you're pretty much only really being enticed by them for their bodies. But really, when it comes down to like good or bad or whatever, really their bodies are the way they are because it's just to identify with the character. I know who Katana is, I know who Tremor is, I know who Melina is. Yes, I like her brand new mouth, and I know who Sindel and half the other female casts are. And really, it's not that bad. However, I do find it strange though that like the only good female character in which that they can model in this game is Devra, the Bee Woman. But really, getting off that crazy tangent, let me go ahead and end this video and ask all of you, what do you think of these topics? What do you think of these news articles? Please tell me down there in the comment section. I'll catch you on the next John Grave Show. So please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm sorry for making this video so long. I'm out.